Hey everyone!
Hey everyone, welcome
Welcome
back
to our Hallmark movie review. My name is Jamie.
And I'm Daniel. Today we watched A Godwink Christmas. This was the first one of the Godwink Christmas movies. There's a few of them. I think there's 4. I can't remember exactly, but there's a few of them.
This was 2018.
So this was the first one. It's just called A Godwink Christmas. The other ones have something right after the word Christmas in the title. So this one stars Kimberly Sustad and Paul Campbell, who've done a few movies together before, and they're great, both wonderful actors, some of our favorites. And the story is a woman who accepts her boyfriend's marriage proposal, invited to her aunt's home for Christmas, and develops romantic feelings for an inn owner. So this was a kind of a simple story, nothing too complicated with it. No trying to save an inn or nothing like that. It was just she accepted a proposal from her boyfriend, but you could tell she wasn't sure if she wanted to marry him.
He was kind of addicted to his job.
A little too addicted to his
workaholic,
job, not really
paying
in the flow.
attention to her.
Yeah, she was talking about wanting to open an antique shop, and he was kind of just like, "Why do you want to do that?" Like he didn't really
understand her dreams or support her.
So you could see why she was reluctant to say yes, but she did say yes. But then she goes to visit her aunt. She meets Paul Campbell. They have a spark. Things happen.
And there was, the God wink is like God winking at you. So I guess you can compare those to synchronicities, little nudges from the universe.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. It's probably why Daniel and I love watching Hallmark movies so much, just the romantic story. But mostly this movie in particular, The God Wink, is because our story, how we met, had a lot of synchronicities as well. Yeah. So do you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, you want to go ahead?
Okay, so I was living in California. Yeah. Daniel was in Canada, and I was looking for some, I wanted to take a trip to Sedona, and I was looking for some spiritual communities. So I went on to meetup.com and I joined some spiritual communities. I wasn't living in LA at the time, but I joined a meetup group in LA. I joined one in Sedona. And his name kept popping up. Had all these friends that were Daniel. So I was like, that's interesting. So I wanted to, meet some cool people. So I messaged him asking him if he knew of any places. He told me about this really cool raw vegan restaurant in Sedona. And, he texted me 6 months later asking me how my trip was. And we just really hit it off like instantly. 3 weeks later, he was on a one-way ticket to California to come live with me.
And that was 8 years ago.
We met for the very first time the day that I picked him up from the airport in person. So we fell in love just through writing.
Yeah, we just
messaging each other back and forth, and we got to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were talking, there was just all these little synchronicities that were clues, these signs that we were meant to be together. And we've been together 8 years, and we are totally soulmates.
Yeah, we really connect with, the love stories in the Hallmark movies because that's what we feel our love story is. So that's kind of one of the main reasons why we watch them and why we feel called to do reviews on the movies that we're watching.
Well, we hope that you enjoy this movie.
Yeah. It's a good one. Again, it got 6.7 on IMDb, so a good all-around movie. A little bit of, Christmas magic with the kids and, the Godwinks. So it was nice overall. Nothing too special.
I was engaged.
Yeah, engaged all the way through. Not too slow. Nothing too slow about it. But it was good. Nothing
it wasn't
like
funny
crazy.
Or
anything, none of the jokes are even though they're both very comedic actors. There was not.
But the storyline was captivating.
Yeah, and the actors just keep it captivating. That's mainly the reason why
they had a spark.
They had a spark, yeah.
And they developed their relationship, which it helps because when they fall in love at the end. But they didn't really have enough time to blossom this the relationship, and then all of a sudden they're like together, and you're like, you don't see that coming.
Doesn't feel real,
right?
But when they have time to develop, and when there's a spark, especially when there's chemistry, you can really develop.
There was an interrupted kiss, but it wasn't a bad one.
It was a good one.
It was,
and I liked at the end how they came together. What brought them together. That was really cute.
Right. Yeah. And in this movie, which I really, really loved, here's the thing, right? Like, so it's not that she's lying, but she doesn't quite say that she's engaged. but it doesn't have this storyline where it blows up in her face or that,
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true,
So like
yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
negative, like, you know, that like uneasy suspenseful feeling
That's true,
that like
yeah.
someone's gonna get caught, because
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I had a smile throughout the whole movie. It was
It was really,
very wholesome, very
yeah.
nice, very fun. Yeah.
I definitely recommend this
Yeah,
one. But
I would
how many
recommend it.
hearts out of 5 would you rate it?
I would say 3.8, almost a 4. You know, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. I think a 4 is like a good, decent movie, and like a 4.5 and 5 is like a wow, like tears. Like, yeah, this was like just a good movie. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, don't forget to like and subscribe to this
Yeah.
channel if
Well,
you would like to see more videos.
Yeah, we'll be doing a lot more. We're gonna watch a couple of higher rated ones. I'm organizing those, so we have a few oldies and a few new ones to watch. So stay tuned for those.
And we're definitely going to watch the new ones coming
Yeah.
out on Hallmark
On
this
the
season.
weekends. Yeah, there's one coming out Thanksgiving. Looks really good with Autumn Research, so we're excited to review that one and check out that one.
Happy holidays.
Bye.